Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Haziq bin Suhaimi. Okay, me and my friends will present about Ford versus Ferrari. Okay. Now we go to the synopsis of this story. Okay, Ford versus Ferrari is a 29 sport drama film directed by James Mangold and written by John Henry Butterworth and Jason Keller. The actor in this movie is Matt Damon and Bale, which is also include John Bethel, Kentro Balfe, Tracy Letts, Josh Lucas, Noah Jupe, Remo Girone, and Ray McKimmon in supporting parts. The plots follow a determined teams of American and British engineer and designer led by automotive designer Carroll Shelby and his British driver Ken Miles, who are assigned by Harry Ford and Lee Iacocca to build the fast car to Le Mans race in France, which is he will build the Ford GT40. It is a new racing car that is a potential that can defeat the perennially dominant Italian racing team Squadra Ferrari on the tournament Le Mans Cup.
This is something you can't ignore anymore.
Oh, I take the pills. Pills work.
An elevated heart rate, say 130 BPM, sustained even for a short period, you run a critical risk of cardiac arrest.
Well, I'll race short of format then.
That's not going to work.
Oh, I could race NASCAR, Formula One.
The valve is shot, Shelby. This is as serious as it gets. In my opinion, you're lucky to be sitting here today.
Well, I feel real lucky. Luckiest guy on earth.
Okay, I present to you guys about the positive or negative communication that has in this movie. First, we go to the scene 1, which is positive. It shows that it is strict. So in this scene, the doctor tells Carroll Shelby to aware about his health condition because he has a heart problem. We can see the doctor want Carroll Shelby care about his problem every time, and if not, it can make him has a big problem which he needs to rest for a long time. It is because when the patient has some serious problems, so the doctor will be strict to talk with the patient about his health. Strict is correct character in do a job to show how serious you in some condition. For example, the doctor is strict when talk to Carroll Shelby to make sure him to care about his heart problem and always see the doctor. The effect, Carroll Shelby agreed and fell silent after hearing the word strictly from the doctor. So the recommendation as a doctor, he needs to be more strict in some situation to make the patient will follow the instruction from the doctor and can understand about the situation.
My integrity as a constructor, as a man, as an Italian, is deeply insulted by your proposal.
Tornatevene in Michigan.
Go back to Michigan.
Tornate alla vostra grossa, brutta fabbrica.
Back to your big, ugly
A
factory.
costruire le vostre brutte, insignificanti
Back to
macchine.
your big, ugly factory making its ugly little cars.
E dite a quel porco del vostro padrone che i suoi arroganti dirigenti sono solo una massa di figli di puttana da 4 soldi.
Tell your pig-headed boss that all his smug executives are worthless sons of whores.
Tell him he's not Henry Ford. He is Henry Ford II. Tranquillo, con una fan da morire, non tema maniera.
Next, we go to the next scene, which is this is provide negative communication. Why? Because the character using the bad language. Okay, for this scene, Lee Iacocca, the executive operator, and his co-worker from Ford company comes to Ferrari company to make a deal, be a partnership and build a team together. Lee and his team come to see the owner of Ferrari, which is Enzo Ferrari, and show the proposal of goals in partnership. After thinking about the proposal, Enzo Ferrari do not want to make the partnership with the Ford company, and during his speech, he used the bad language to Lee Iacocca and Ford team. Okay, the causes when one company want to make a deal with other company, they mostly think about the benefit for his company. The owner of the Ferrari, which is Enzo Ferrari, thinks that the partnership will embrace his company and can make the company value go down. Therefore, Enzo Ferrari used bad language towards Lee and his team, and also to the Ford company with a bad words. Okay, the effect: Enzo Ferrari embraced Ford company and insulting Harry Ford leadership credibility. This made Ford company uncomfortable to see, and they start to build the strongest car race team to beat the Ferrari team. The hostility between Ford and Ferrari start from those days. Okay, for my recommendation, Mr. Enzo Ferrari can use a proper words or talk slowly if he does not agree with the terms and condition in the partnership proposal. He can make a good discussion with the Lee Iacocca. The use of bad words or language can make the person or the worker in some company seems not professional and not respect the delegates from other company. Ford Motor Company.
Ça va, d'accord? Meet the brakes, Jim. No. C'est contre les règles. It's against the rules. You know, just change things.
No. You show me where it says in your book that we cannot swap out the system, and then you can disqualify us.
This is not legal.
Calm down.
This is not
You show me
legal.
where it says in that little rule book where I can't swap out my upright assembly. A part is a part, be it a brake caliper, a rotor, or an upright assembly, and I can swap out any damn thing I want to. We read your damn rule book.
Next, we proceed to the next scene, which is negative communication. The scene shows that about someone complained about the car. Okay, in the scenes, officer of Lehman's Cup go to the cockpit of Ford Shelby American team to complain about the new brake that Ford team used to replace the old brake. He said that they cannot change the brake because the rules say cannot replace the big part. Okay, he complains without understand the rules, which brake is not a main part but is a spare part. Okay, the causes: the officer think that the brake is main part, which say in the rules, so the officer goes straight to the 14 to ask them do not replace the old brake with the new brake. Okay, the effect: when the officer complain of something without check and understand the rules, it can make the other team feel angry and dissatisfaction. The recommendation: the officer needs to understand the rules first because before make a decision to complain something to the other team. Complain without proof will make the situation become hot and can make the other team angry, and the difficult situation will happen.
Now we go to the critical incident 4, which is fight the truth. In these scenes, Ford Shelby American team get a complaint about they replace the broken brake with the new brake. The complaint from the officer of the Lehman's Cup is not totally clearly based on the rules in the Lehman's Cup race guidelines. So Carol Shelby try to fight the truth to make sure they can continue race without any complaint from the other team. The cause of this scene: Carol Shelby and Ken must totally understand about the rules of the race, so they briefly try to change the broken brake with the new brake. When the officer try to complain about the brake, they quickly respond and fight back the truth based on the rules, which say brake can replace because it is a spare part, like a tire. The effect of this situation: when they understand the rules clearly, they can proceed the race, and the organizer or officer cannot complain about it. It is because the rules can back up the team, and they can feel better. For the recommendation in this scene, Carol Shelby and Ken Mars can show the officer the book of the rules for the race to make the situation is better without any fight or complaint will happen.
They want you to slow down.
You're outshining their car, Ken.
We're 4 minutes up on McLaren. The Deuce wants the 3/4 across the finish line, 1, 2, 3 all together. They're asking that you be a team player and make that photograph happen for them.
That photograph, that's good. That is good.
Ken, even if you tie for first, you'll still be the first man ever to win Sebring, Daytona, and Le Mans in the same year. You have the Triple Crown. Look, I haven't been able to get you to follow an order since day one. Whatever you want to do is fine with me.
My choice.
Your choice.
Now we go to the critical incident 5, which is supportive manager. In this scenes, we can see the leader of Ford race team, Leo Bebe, warned Shelby American team to slow their pace to make the another two team which also in the Ford company can follow the pace of Ken Miles to finish at the finish line together. The manager, Carol Shelby, tell Ken Miles the company demands and can feel uncomfortable of the demands of the leader. Carol Shelby does not stop the Kens and support with the race that he wants to do. Because of this situation, Carol Shelby is a former racer, so he understands about the Ken Miles feeling and know what's the best he can do. Carol Shelby wants Ken to do what he wants to do, which Carol will support his decision and make sure no one can disturb him to continue race. The effect of this scene, when Carol Shelby is totally support about Ken's decision, Ken get more spirit and continue drive the race car with excited and motivate. Because of Carol Shelby give support to Ken, Ken was broke his new record, which everyone was shocked with him. For recommendation, as a good manager, Carol Shelby need to continue what he does, which being supportive manager to motivate the player with the positive talk. Carol Shelby can give the best work or the better positive talk to make the player feeling comfortable so they can be better than before.
Hey, where's the goddamn tie? What? You knew!
Okay, now we go to the critical incident 6, which is attack without discussion. For these scenes, Ken start slow the car and all Ford team follow together with him to the finishing line. After they reach the finishing line together, the results said that McLaren wins and Ken Miles at the second place. So when Carroll know the results, he quickly attacked the leader of Ford race team, which is Leo Bebe. Carroll Shelby is very angry and feel guilty to Ken, which is he do not know how to explain to the Ken about the situation. Because of this situation, Carroll Shelby think his team will win, even follow the demands that Leo Bebe wants. However, the demand is a dirty way to make the team under Leo Bebe wins. Therefore, Carroll Shelby quickly attack without discuss with the Leo Bebe. Effect of this scene, Carroll team is lose the game and Ken Miles, who should become the champion, turn to the second place. Carroll Shelby feels sad and guilty with Ken Miles, and he cannot explain the situation happen and motivate back to the Ken Miles. For the recommendation of these scenes, even Carroll Shelby knows his team will lose with the dirty demands of Leo Bebe's type. He should not quickly attack Leo. He can go to see Leo Bebe to discuss and explain clearly what they want in terms to make sure the Ford company name getting big and each other will agree and not fight together, and become a friendship in a team and build a good team.
Okay, for the conclusion, the Ford versus Ferrari movie tells us about do not even surrender if we facing any problem before we achieving our goals. For example, the main character in this movie had facing a hard problem and made others problem to take part in the race, but he never stopped pushing himself to achieve their goal. Finally, he can break his own record for the fastest time for a driver to finish one lap in that race. Although he not be the champion of that race because of the technical problem, he doesn't care about it and still want to try on the next year. For the communication types, this movie provides us so much positive communication and negative communication, so we can take the positive communication to apply it on our real life to communicate with other people. For the negative communication, we must avoid it from use when we want to communicate with other people. We also can learn how to make it positive and apply it on our real life. I think that's all from our group, and I hope you guys understand what did my teammates and I share about this movie. The positive things you guys can take it, and the negative things you can avoid it and or learn from it. That's all. Thank you.